And here we are. It's our last video. Well, it's my last video of the night. And now I'm going to do some editing and make sure that they look all right for you and you can follow them and learn from them. We have looked at prepositions of time, in, on, and at, and the same prepositions of place, in, on, and at. We've talked about how English speakers understand these prepositions as containers, surfaces, and points in time and space or place. Now we are going to put some movement into it. These prepositions show us how we move through time and space. So now we're going to look at to, from, into, through, over, and under. When we use to, we are moving towards something in a certain direction. So I go to work, I drive to the city, I walk to the door. We are moving towards something, someone, or somewhere. Now from is the opposite. It's our starting point. From Canada, from home, from the office. From shows our origin, the place from where we start. So I go from home to the office. Home is where I'm starting. The office is where I'm going. To is in front of us. From is behind us. I'm going from Toronto to Montreal on the plane. I start in Toronto and I move towards Montreal. Okay? Pretty simple. He's going to work. He is leaving from work. I am going from Toronto to Montreal. Toronto'dan Montreal'e gidiyorum. Right? So I'm going from den to a. He is going to work. İşe gidiyor. He is leaving from work. İşten ayrılıyor or işten çıkıyor. İşten çıkıyor. So again, we have the same thing in Turkish, pretty easy to learn. Where is the dog going to? Where do you want to go? Köpek nereye gidiyor? Nereye gitmek istiyorsun? So again, it's the the ye, the ya. You get it. They walk home from the office every day. The carpet came from Turkey. I have the flu. I got the flu from you. Where are you from? I am from Canada. All right, so they walk home from the office every day. Pretty standard. Her gün ofisten eve yürüyerek. Oh, I can't say that. Her gün ofisten eve yürüyerek gidiler. Okay? So pretty, by walking, they go home every day. Now, when we talk about origin, a thing can come from a country. Halı Türkiye'den geldi. So the halı is from Turkey. The carpet is from that place. Again, we have the same idea in Turkish. I have the flu. Grip oldum. I got the flu from you. Gribi senden kaptım. From you. Senden. Again, it's the den. Classic. Where are you from? Nerelisin. Where are you from? I am from Canada. Canada'yım. So in this form, we have totally different grammar structures in Turkish. Totally. In English, we're using from as the origin, the place that you come from. I am from Canada. And in Turkish, again, we're using the suffixes at the end, and we're using the li as the quality, it's like I have the quality of being Canadian, right? It's if we say şeker, şekerli, right? Sugar, sugary. Well, I'm Canada-y. It makes sense to me. Think of it like that. All right, let's look at into. We talked about in. It goes into the container and something surrounds it. All right, the container surrounds it. But to is going forward. So we're going forward into something. In. We're going in. Walk into the room. Put it into the truck. Jump into the water. So we've got the direction and the container. He jumps into the water. Suya atılıyor. Garbage is put into the truck. Çöp kamyona atılıyor. They walk into the room. Odaya giriyorlar. Now, what do we know here? We're not using into. We're using to in Turkish. We're just using the a or the e. But the verb is showing. The verb is giving the meaning that it's into a place or a space. All right? Very different. Now, through is when we move inside or along something or somewhere. Okay? So I run through the park, go through the tunnel, get through a difficult time. It's also like a container. There's something around me and I've got to go forward. I've got to get out of it. This is through. The train goes through a tunnel. They run through the park. He is getting through a difficult time. I included this because we talk about, getting through the war. Unfortunately, there's a war right now. So we need to get through this war, hopefully. Inshallah, as we say, everything will be okay. You go through a difficult time or you get through a difficult time. If I lost my job or I'm feeling really sad or I've had a big shock and not having a good time or I'm sick. So I have to get through that. We often say in English, we'll get through this. We will get through. We will go, we kind of say like geçmek in Turkish, right? Geçmiş olsun. It will pass. Same idea. You'll get through it. It will pass. So geçmek is probably a good verb for use when we're talking about through. Which it is. I just realized. The train goes through a tunnel. Oh my goodness. Tren tünelden geçiyor. They run through the park. Parktan koşarak geçiyorlar. Okay. He's going through a difficult time. Zor bir dönemde geçiyor. So again, we're using from and geçmek for through. This is why I'm doing these videos like this, because when we look at things this way, you understand how you say them in Turkish and how you can say them in English. This is what I'm trying to teach. So where you would use geçiyor in these sentences, in Turkish, you want to think through. Through and then a verb. Go, run, get. Okay, that's probably another thing I could do is give you some verbs with these, but I don't want to make this video an hour long. Okay, over. This is pretty easy. When we use over, something is beneath us. So my hand is going over my finger. Jump over the water, fly over the city. He jumps over the water. The plane flies over the city. He jumps over the water, suyun üzerinden atılıyor. I like this because we're using the possessive with the water. We're saying the water's surface. We're talking about the water's surface, the water's top. Okay? He jumps over the water's top. Where in English we're saying he jumps over the water. There's no possession in the water. The water doesn't own anything. The plane flies over the city. Uçak şeyin üzerinde uçuyor. Again, the city's top. It's a possessive. Şeyin üzerinde, right? So again, very different. All right, under. Okay, we've got over and the opposite under. Under the sea, crawl under the table. When we use under, it means something is over us. All right? She crawls under the table. It is calm under the sea. We're going to do the same thing. Masanın altında sürünerek gidiyor. Okay, so masanın altında, the underneath of the table. But in English, the under is a place. Under is its own place. It is calm under the sea. Denizin altı sakın. Or denizin altında sakınlık var. I would say probably denizin altı sakın. But whatever. Both right. Okay, so again, but it's the denizin. That's what we're saying. The under of the sea. We're giving the under, that place under the sea possession. Now let's compare. I ran to the house. I ran into the house. So to is kind of like at, when we talked about I am at my house. Okay? I went to my house. I entered into my house. Now I'm inside. I'm in my house. Okay, so don't get that confused. All right, so hopefully now with that, you've learned a lot of prepositions in 3 videos. Now these are not all the prepositions, definitely not. But they're the ones, in my opinion, and my experience, we use the most. And that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to explain to you how we use the most used prepositions in English and explain them to you so you understand the idea, the meaning behind them, so that you never make mistakes again. Okay, I hope that you got something from those 3 videos. This is my wish, my hope, that you're learning from anything I create. And if you did learn something from that and you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe. I am now working on another set of videos where I'm going to talk about how to understand English speakers. We're going to do some listening and speaking. I'm pretty excited about it. I think it will be very helpful. Thank you for watching this episode of Istanbul's Everyday English. I am Natalie, and take care. Thank you so much. Goodbye.